one trademark of this program, what I'm most proud of, this team fights through everything. It fights through everything. You want to be here for him, you want to be here for him, you want to be here for him. We've got to be together. I'm going to tell you, we're going to get this done only one way, gentlemen, is if we all believe and we all do it together. We've got to just keep on that mentality. No matter who we are, no matter what the situation is, we keep on believing each other. Okay, you remember this. What identifies you is when you come out and you make that great hit on third down, not only stuff the ball carrier, the ball pops down, your teammate picks it up and scores. Not only do you break the tackle on that first down, you get plus 17, plus 19, finish the run in the end zone. You play every play. This team together will dial it when it has to, and we'll finish when it has to finish. Let's get the performance done, Chris.
Let's go! Let's go! As I walk on this field today. As I walk on this field today. It comes for me to know. It comes for me to know. That I'm the man. Big, rough, tough, football player in that field. Football player in that field. I've been coached well. I've been coached well. I know my job. I know my job. I do my job. I do my job. I will not quit. I will not quit. I have no fear. I have no fear. I know my job. I know my job.
Under the guidance of ninth-year head coach Chuck Priori, the Stony Brook football team took on a challenging non-conference schedule, followed by a daunting CAA slate that featured 4 ranked teams and the FCS national runner-up. With a young defense and a ball control offense, the 2014 Seawolves showed the nation why they're here to stay. The Seawolves' 2014 offensive line was led by 2 All-CAA players. Senior Mike Lisi, a 4-year starter at center, earned second-team honors in 2014 and finished his illustrious career as one of 3 players in program history to start more than 40 games. Fellow captain and senior Cody Preck earned third-team honors and helped the Seawolves average more than 160 rushing yards per game. Preck joins Lisi on a list of 3 Seawolves to start more than 40 games in Stony Brook history. Senior Shane Johnson closed out a strong career, starting 10 games at guard. Opposite Johnson was redshirt freshman Armani Garrick, who started in all 12 games, including 10 at left guard. Fellow redshirt freshman Timon Paris started all 12 games and saw action at both tackle spots, helping to lay the groundwork for an offense that averaged more than 300 yards per game. Junior fullback Chris McCulloch and senior tight end Tanner Nels added extra protection in the blocking game.
Trying to tee something up here. Throws deep, looking for Ty, and he turns back, and that's a terrific catch.
Yeah, that's a great catch. Wow.
Senior Will Ty garnered second-team All-CAA honors after accounting for 495 receiving yards and 5 touchdowns. Ty was a reliable target, finishing second on the team in receptions.
To the near side, wide open touchdown, the tight end, Will Ty.
Senior wide receiver Adrian Coxon was the leader in the aerial attack, averaging more than 15 yards per catch. He led the Seawolves in receptions, yards, and touchdowns, including scores of 61, 79, and 83 yards. Opposite Coxon was freshman Donovan Washington, a tough, reliable weapon who stepped up to the tune of 29 receptions and 332 yards in 10 games to rank third on the team in both categories.
At its own 35-yard line. This is Stacy Bedell to the second level. Touchdown, Stacy Bedell!
True to Coach Priory's offense, the running back position was the focal point, and sophomore Stacy Bedell was the workhorse. Bedell's 1,070 rush yards made him the 7th player in school history to surpass the 1,000-yard milestone. His 9 touchdowns and 6 100-yard games earned him second-team All-CAA. Fellow back Marcus Coker added the thunder to Bedell's lightning, recording 550 rush yards and 4 touchdowns. Coker finished his career 6th all-time in Stony Brook's Division I history with 1,725 yards.
Single back formation with a couple of jukes and a great move and driving it towards midfield. James Kenner.
Senior James Kenner helped keep defenses guessing which back to focus on, finishing with 372 yards and 3 scores. Kenner was a key piece to the ground game that finished with nearly 2,000 yards rushing. Lining up under center as the starter for the final 8 games was junior Connor Bednarski, a tough quarterback who balanced the ground game with more than 1,300 yards through the air, including a career-high 260 yards against James Madison and 9 touchdowns. Splitting time with Bednarski at quarterback was senior John Kinder, who threw for a career-high 178 yards in North Dakota and at Albany.
The kick is up, and the kick is good. 3-pointer from 35 yards out by Premslaw Popek.
Sophomore Premslaw Popek handled the kickoff duties, booting 5 touchbacks in 43 kicks. He finished 5 of 7 on field goals, with a season long of 43, and 19 of 22 on extra points. Senior Graham Ball also contributed to the kicking game, converting his only field goal attempt of 36 yards at North Dakota. Giving opponents poor field position all season long was senior punter Luke Allen, who averaged a career-best 40 yards per punt, including a school record 72-yarder against Elon.
They own every major statistical category. They're fundamentally sound. They play fast. They've taken on, quite honestly, the attitude of their head coach, Chuck Priory, who's an old strength coach. They get after it, and they've got impact players on every level.
2014 was a banner year for the Seawolves defense, leading Division I for 4 straight weeks in total defense. The group finished 4th in FCS in total defense, allowing 273 yards per game, and 4th in scoring defense, allowing 15 points per game. Both categories were tops in the CAA. The Seawolves boasted the top pass defense in the conference, tied for the most sacks with 37, and had the top red zone defense, which ranked 3rd in the FCS.
Belcher takes it. Belcher's just swarmed under and sacked.
Victor Ochi.
Victor
with the sack.
Ochi, 91, the sack.
Junior defensive end Victor Ochi wreaked havoc on opposing quarterbacks, racking up 11 sacks, which tied for 2nd in the CAA, and 16.5 tackles for loss. He set a career high with 4 sacks against 5th-ranked New Hampshire. Disrupting the interior was junior defensive tackle Dante Allen, who plugged up the middle against the run, stuffing opponents for only 113 yards per game on the ground and only 9 rushing touchdowns, best in the conference.
Whitmer to pass. Came out of his hand. It's a free ball. Recovered by Stony Brook. Aaron Thompson, the sophomore, came through with the strip.
Aaron Thompson made a home for himself in the opponent's backfields, adding 11 tackles for loss and 2 sacks, voted 3rd team All-CAA football. From a defensive end position, redshirt freshman Usman Kamara recorded an interception in 2014, on top of 28 total tackles and 5.5 tackles for loss. The linebackers were a formidable force in 2014, led by senior captain Christian Ricard, a first-team All-CAA selection. Ricard recorded career highs in tackles, sacks, and tackles for loss, as his 21 TFLs is a single-season school record. Ricard finished his career with 242 tackles, 4th all-time at Stony Brook. Junior Jeremy Legiro put together a career year with 60 total tackles, including a career-high 12 tackles in his first career start versus Bryant, and 7.5 tackles for loss. His 39 solo tackles were the 3rd most on the team. Junior Julian Quinton flew around the ball all year, registering 63 total tackles, 8 for loss, and 2.5 sacks. Quinton even found the end zone, scooping up a fumble against Rhode Island for a 25-yard touchdown. Joining the linebacking corps for 2014 was junior inside linebacker Raheem Cassell. A powerful tackler, Cassell added 45 tackles, 9 for loss, as well as 2 sacks. Bringing even more fire off the edge was redshirt freshman Tyrese Beverett, whose 3.5 sacks were 3rd most on the team. He was CAA Football Rookie of the Week after he recorded 2 sacks, an interception, and a forced fumble that led to a defensive score against Rhode Island. The secondary, featuring senior cornerback Devontae Anderson, forced opposing quarterbacks into bad decisions all year long. Anderson finished with the team-high 4 interceptions.
3 first-down pickups. Frazier wants to throw. This is deflected and it's intercepted. Anderson across the 40, midfield and more. Devontae Anderson's 14th career interception.
The 15th of his career came against Maine, and then in his final career game, the Division I school record 16th interception against Albany. Anderson earned first-team All-CAA honors for his shutdown play. Sophomore Jaheim Woods started 8 games at corner for the Seawolves, accounting for 35 tackles and coming through with 2 red zone interceptions against New Hampshire and Elon.
Hello, dog. Go fly zone, baby. Let's go.
Redshirt freshman Marvin Hart started 4 games, accounted for 2 interceptions, a career-high 5 tackles against James Madison, as well as averaging 23 yards per kick return to lead the team. Senior safety Max Martinez carried his production over from a strong junior season to finish 3rd on the team with 65 total tackles, including 5.5 for loss. Naeem Cheeseborough was always in the mood to introduce himself to opponents. The junior safety finished with the 2nd most tackles on the team, 6 tackles for loss, 2 interceptions, and a fumble recovery in the end zone for a score against Connecticut.